What's up, Clone Wars fans? Today we're taking a look at the Jazwares Micro Galaxy Squadron Republic LAAT, or Low Altitude Armored Transport, or better known as the Clone Wars Gunship. So we'll take a look at this. I'm really excited to get a chance to review this on the channel, as this is one of my all-time favorite ships. Up there with the Razor Crest and the Venator and the Y-Wing. Those are my personal favorites. And growing up the Clone Wars cartoon, I just absolutely love everything in that cartoon, and that's probably my favorite part of the prequels as well, are just the gunships. They are, they're the grunt of the Republic. So before we get into the ship itself, I just want to say, as always, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Really helps out the channel and keeps these reviews coming. So some nice artwork on the packaging here. I'm guessing when the Razor Crest came out with the gunships on it, that was just like a teaser. But you can see, we get two figures with this version of the gunship. There is another one there's actually 4 more that have come out recently that I will be getting in about a week or two, and I'll review them on the channel. And they're in there's a whole line of different paint schemes. I'm not actually sure which paint scheme I'm getting. They're exclusive to Target, so all of these gunships are. But those come with, I believe, 5 figures, so they actually come with 2 pilots and 3 troopers, whereas this just comes with a single pilot and a single trooper. So I'd recommend actually waiting a little bit if you want to ensure that you get more troopers. However, this paint scheme will not be released again exactly in this just plain paint scheme. So, if you want the plain paint scheme, you do have to get this one. You just have to stock up on some troopers, which I have in this review, and we'll go over in a minute here. So some cool artwork of the gunship on the box there in all its glory before it inevitably gets shot down just after it drops off some clones or some Jedi. And here you can see this is from the Series 2, so we get some other ships in the line. Looks like there's Yoda's fighter, which that would be cool to pick up. The Mandalorian fighter, that would be really awesome to get. There's the droid tank, definitely want an airspeeder. There's Jango Fett's starship. Slave 1, obviously. I've already reviewed Boba Fett's starship, so if you want a sense of what that is, definitely check out that review. And the Marauder, that is one I definitely want to try and pick up once that is released. So let's get into the ship itself. I always love the look of the gunship. I think, I haven't actually researched it to see if it's true, but I've always thought the gunship looks like a paperclip, like one of the big binder clips. And that was Lucas's inspiration for the ship. And so as a kid, before there were, many toys of this that came out, because Clone Wars wasn't that big and the prequels obviously were not like that much, I would always take a paperclip and fly that around as my gunship until I got some Micro Machines ones, and then eventually the Titanium series and Hot Wheels, and now finally this one, which might be the best one yet, other than, I would say, the Lego gunship. I love the UCS Lego gunship. That one's insane. But all that aside, let's just admire this model. I mean, the paintwork on it is immaculate. Looks just like what we see in the movies. The only thing I've noticed is a little bit different is how long these nacelles are. I think this is more Clone Wars accurate, maybe at some point in time they had these in Clone Wars, because I believe in Attack of the Clones these are shorter. They end like here, but I like the look. Looks cool. You can see a nice Republic emblem there on the side, and I added some extra clone troopers to what comes with this. I added an extra clone and a walker from one of the mystery packs that I got. I reviewed those on the channel and unboxed them, and so I've added a clone. I actually have 2 clones in the gun pods, but I only have 1 pilot. This one's actually empty. Nice weathering on this. It's pretty nice black wash used throughout. And this thing is certainly loaded with features. So to begin with, we do get ball joints at the turrets, so you can get these posed in all sorts of crazy angles if you so desire. It's a nice feature, and the turret itself is like the barrel is made from like a slightly rubbery plastic, so no risk of breakage, which is nice. Then, as the box shows, this does rotate like about 135 degrees. For whatever reason, they decided to specify the degree angle, so that's definitely fun that you can move these around. They're painted and sculpted really nicely, and then they do, of course, open. If I can get it open, there we go. Everything on this actually does work really nicely. It's nice. attention to detail and very high quality. So you can seat a clone in there, like I have here, and real quickly you can just go over the articulation on the clones. So they're painted very nicely. Again, I've already taken a look at Jazwares clones. Very nice. Very nice paint sculpts, and you can move the hands individually or together. And same thing with the legs. So you get him running or seated, however you need him at a particular point in time. And the detail inside of just these little gun pods is pretty incredible. The handles there and everything. The clones stay in there very securely. Just close that up. And of course, same thing on the other side. And then the cockpit does open from the back. It's been painted very nicely, and you can see the pilot in there. So he just has a little extra paintwork on the helmet area, and he's actually a slightly different sculpt, as he has like the oxygen tank section there on the front. There is space for two, if you manage to acquire two. It snaps very nicely. And then, of course, the side doors do open on this, so I'd recommend first untabbing it at the front, and then coming to the back and kind of just pressing down on that back tab, and it should just release the door very easily. And they slide back. And of course, this is configured for, in interplanetary travel, not actually moving in space, right? Just on a planet itself. Very nice detail on the inside. And then these clips here are so you can put a figure in. So of course we can take the clone trooper we pulled out earlier and just stick them in. It would be nice if they included, I know they're not on the new ones, but if they had included some clone troopers with guns, like they did with the Imperial transport tank that I've also reviewed. But still looks awesome. You could of course take like Kenobi from the Jedi Starfighter, and if you wanted to, you could put him in there as well. So definitely really neat. Just close up the doors, and you can put, there's 2 slots on each side, so you can have a total of 4 of those micro figures in there. Another feature is these little ball turrets swivel. Now I believe on my copy these are actually installed incorrectly. I think this one should be on this wing, and then this one should be on that wing, as I think the dome's supposed to kind of point upwards, but it's a minor issue. I'm not sure if that's a universal problem or on just my copy. But nonetheless, not a big problem. And as this comes packaged, I believe this wing is detached in the packaging, but it's very easy to attach it. It just snaps right in. Very high build quality. It does take a little bit of force, but it goes right in. Then we do get this rear cannon, which swivels all over the place. It's on a ball joint again, just like the front, and the same kind of rubbery-ish plastic. And then this top piece does come off. Just gonna use a little tool, speed up getting it off. Just stick this under there. Wedge it out. And this is a pretty nice attention to detail here, as there are actual missiles in there. So I guess I think in Attack of the Clones, we can see the missiles rotating and firing out. They're open like that. So if you wanted that look from the movie, you certainly could do that. Well, it does look pretty awesome. But then even this piece has been painted and sculpted underneath, which, I mean, that's not even required, as if you're displaying it with the missiles out, there's no reason to, you wouldn't look at the bottom of this part. So, and then the underside of the gunship has also been detailed very nicely and weathered, of course, and we do get some more missiles here on the wings that have been molded in. And then this back compartment does also open. And so there is a little tab here where you can mount a speeder bike, which comes with the new gunships. They come with 5 clones and a speeder bike, so that's pretty neat. I'm looking forward to reviewing those on the channel. But in the meantime, I thought I would stuff in a light walker back here from the mystery pack. And it does actually fit inside, no problem. Alright, this is just the walker from the mystery pack. I just have it folded up like this, and just unfold it. And I even had it sitting on its feet, so it could, just walk itself out and unfold. So if you wanted to, this does not come with this gunship, but if you wanted to, you could store it if you do possess. You need to pick up some of those mystery packs and you got a few of these walkers. Definitely something you can do. So that's pretty cool. And here's just the inside view. And so these panels here are actually molded in. the actual doors are over top. So, but this is definitely a really awesome release. And you can see the clone hanging in there. So that about does it, I would say, for my review of the Clone Wars Jazwares LAAT. If you liked the review, please be sure to hit that like button and stay tuned for my next review. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.